As I integrate this routine into my life, I've come to understand something profound about how our minds work. Clarity isn't just about being smarter or more focused. It's about reclaiming the natural state of your brain from the chaos we've normalized as just how things are. The mental fog, the forgetfulness, the scattered attention, these aren't inevitable conditions of modern existence. They're symptoms of how we've been unknowingly training our brains through unconscious morning habits. Think for a moment about what most of us do within minutes of waking. We reach for our phones, flooding our receptive brains with information designed specifically to trigger emotional reactions. We gulp caffeine, artificially stimulating our nervous systems before they've had a chance to activate naturally. We rush through morning routines while mentally rehearsing worries, essentially practicing anxiety as our first cognitive skill of the day. Is it any wonder our thinking becomes fragmented? We're unwittingly training our brains for distraction, reactivity, and stress from the moment consciousness begins each day. My 10-minute routine simply reverses this pattern, training your neural networks for integration, focus, and clarity instead. The research supporting this approach extends beyond cognitive science into longevity studies. Dr. Dale Bredesen, a neurologist specializing in cognitive decline, has found that morning routine interventions that target neural pathway activation can actually reverse symptoms previously thought to be permanent age-related changes. His work at UCLA demonstrates that cognitive function is far more responsive to targeted intervention than we once believed, with morning hours offering a unique intervention window due to the brain's elevated neuroplasticity during this period. What I find most compelling about this approach is its accessibility. Unlike expensive nootropics, time-consuming meditation retreats, or complex productivity systems, this 10-minute routine requires nothing but your attention. It's available to everyone, regardless of economic status, education level, or prior experience with cognitive training. The democratization of mental clarity matters deeply in a world where cognitive function increasingly determines economic opportunity and quality of life. The benefits extend far beyond professional performance. Clear thinking improves every dimension of human experience. Your relationships deepen because you're mentally present rather than perpetually distracted. Your emotional health stabilizes because you can distinguish between productive concern and unproductive rumination. Your physical health improves because clear thinking leads to better moment-by-moment choices about everything from food to sleep to exercise. I want to address a question that frequently arises: do I need to do this routine every single day? The research on neuroplasticity suggests that consistency matters more than perfection. Occasional missed days won't erase your progress, but the cumulative effect builds with regular practice. I personally aim for 6 days weekly, allowing one day, usually Sunday, for a more relaxed morning rhythm. This pattern maintains the benefits while avoiding the stress of rigidity. Another common question concerns modifications for different cognitive needs. The beauty of this system lies in its adaptability. The structure remains consistent, but you can personalize components like the visualization and intention loading to target specific cognitive skills you want to strengthen. If creative problem solving is your priority, visualize yourself generating multiple solutions to challenges. If emotional regulation is your focus, visualize yourself responding thoughtfully to triggers rather than reacting impulsively. For those wondering how this routine integrates with existing morning practices like exercise or meditation, I found it works best as the first mental activity of the day, before other practices. You can certainly continue your regular exercise or meditation afterward. In fact, you'll likely find those practices enhanced by the cognitive clarity you've established. Several practitioners report that their meditation deepens significantly when preceded by this 10-minute sequence. Implementation often presents the greatest challenge with any new practice. Here's what works for most people. Prepare your environment to the night before by setting out anything you'll need, perhaps a journal for your prime questions and a comfortable place to sit. Set your alarm 10 minutes earlier than usual, and place your phone far enough from your bed that you must physically get up to turn it off. This prevents the reflexive screen checking that derails so many morning intentions. Finally, commit to just 3 days initially. This overcomes the psychological barrier of forever commitments, while giving you enough experience to feel the benefits. What continues to astonish me about this routine is not just its effectiveness, but how its benefits compound over time. Like compound interest in finance, small daily investments in neural pathway activation create exponential returns as weeks become months. The clarity you experience doesn't plateau, it deepens as your brain rewires itself for heightened cognitive function. 6 months ago, standing in my kitchen searching frantically for keys I'd absent-mindedly placed in the refrigerator, I couldn't have imagined the transformation ahead. The mental fog that had gradually become my normal wasn't normal at all. It was simply the accumulated effect of how I'd been unconsciously training my brain each morning. By changing those critical first 10 minutes, I changed everything else. Your mind is the primary instrument through which you experience life. Its clarity affects not just what you accomplish, but what you notice, what you appreciate, and how fully you live. This 10-minute morning routine isn't about productivity hacking or cognitive enhancement as ends in themselves. It's about restoring your brain's natural capacity for clarity, thereby enhancing your experience of being human in every dimension. I offer this routine not as another should in a world already overflowing with expectations, but as a gift I wish I'd received years earlier. Your mind deserves this investment. 10 minutes each morning to set the cognitive tone for the remaining 16 waking hours. There may be no better return on investment in your entire day. Try it tomorrow. Notice what shifts. Your keys and your clarity will thank you.